Hello, in this video I have a game for you in my Storozhevoi, the Tier 2 Soviet destroyer. Well, actually it's a Russian destroyer, but it doesn't really make much difference. Now I know after the last video I said I wasn't going to be playing this thing very much, and it's kind of true. I really don't play the Storozhevoi very much at all. Maybe once a week, twice a week if I'm feeling, particularly bored and wanting to do something a bit different. But I'm continuing to do very well on it. It's a very powerful little ship that I really enjoy playing, just because it's excellent at skirmishing. And you're going to see that in this game. As you see, we are just about to capture C, myself and another destroyer, and I've just been spotted, so I decided to open up fire on an enemy St. Louis, and there's the ship that's spotting us, a Tachibana. Send a shell its way. Tachibana is a very stealthy ship, but I'm pretty confident I can beat it in a gunfight, if only I could hit it. There's another enemy destroyer there, but they've both put their smoke screens up, which means it's going to be, well, very difficult for me to hit them. Unless they come out of the smoke screen like that. Oh, lucky hit there wrecks my engine. So I start turning away. I don't really want to engage them in the smoke. Put my own smoke to disengage. And basically, because it's myself and this allied destroyer against two enemy destroyers and a cruiser, I decide it's time to pull back. Basically, I don't want to get in close with these enemies here. Tachibana coming out the other side of the smoke screen. Take a quick shot at it. Get a hit. Unfortunately, the guns on the Storozhevoi are very small, so it's going to take a lot of hits to do any damage. And there's the St. Louis again. Send the broadside off its way. Guns reload quickly though, and I get to send a second broadside out. 2 hits does 500 damage. And 2 more hits, no damage though, they hit the armoured belt. And something spotted me, so I'm starting to dodge. St. Louis is firing back at me. And the enemy destroyers are capturing C, but basically because myself and that other destroyer went in and captured it, we've actually put our team ahead on points. So far none of the other points have been captured. So at least we did that, but for now we're just going to be, well, I'm at least just going to be harassing the enemy and falling back. This isn't really a situation I feel we can, well, I don't think we have a decent chance of winning here. Tachibana moving fairly slow, coming out of the smoke screen. I actually gave too much lead there, but still do about 1,000 damage with 2 shots. And pull it right back again. I'm trying to aim for the engine shots. Oh, there's 3 destroyers now. 2 Tachibanas in Storozhevoi. And fortunately for me, they're all concentrating on my allied destroyer, which means that for now I can actually sail in basically a straight line and just focus on my aiming here to basically get some free shots into the enemy. Switch focus to Storozhevoi just because it's very close to me, and then I basically have to turn around. I really don't want to run aground in this kind of situation. Fortunately, the guns on the Storozhevoi, they turn fairly slowly, at least compared to an American destroyer, but we're able to get them round on target quickly enough. And continuing to fire away at the enemy Storozhevoi. The thing is, I'm doing 1,000 damage with each broadside, and well, it's only 8 of those that the Storozhevoi can take before it's run out of hit points. I also managed to set it on fire there, basically forcing it to use one of its repair consumables. But luck's run out, I'm just not hitting this guy. Oh, there we go. Took out its engine as well, and because it's just used its repair ability, it's not going to be able to fix that anytime soon. But the enemy have stopped firing at my allied destroyer and now shooting at me, so I've got to wiggle about and get out of here. Decided to fire at the Tachibana just because it's presenting a better target for me. But can't quite get my guns on target while manoeuvring. There we go. Send 1 shell out. And we get 1 hit. Broadside out. Another hit. 400 damage. Oh, thought that one was going to miss, but another hit there. And the Tachibana has started to take a lot of damage as well, but my allied destroyer has been sunk. which means it's me by myself against these 3 enemy destroyers and the St. Louis here. There's that Storozhevoi with its wrecked engine, so I'm firing away at it. Pretty easy to hit since it doesn't even seem to be trying to manoeuvre. Do manage to set it on fire, but its repairability or repair consumable comes back just in time for me to take out its engine again. So, not having a good day, that Storozhevoi. But I go behind the island so I can't see it anymore. And we are joined by an allied Tachibana now, who's setting up a smoke screen. It's fire torpedoes through the gap, obviously expecting enemy ships to try and push through there. And this is kind of a good situation for the Storozhevoi. It's got very powerful but short-range torpedoes. So as the enemy come around this island, there's a decent chance I'm going to be able to ambush them. And that's when we see the St. Louis heading north. And it's just outside my torpedo range, but if I use my speed boost ability to get close to the island, hopefully I can reach the corner before it. And it will be within my maximum range when I get the opportunity to fire my torpedoes. It's just outside my range, but it's coming in towards me. Just in maximum range now. I lose contact with it, but I have a decent idea where it's going to be. Fire torpedoes. Just turn my guns onto the Tachibana, who pops up in its smoke screen. And unfortunately I'm going to ram the Tachibana behind me here. But well, it's more than made up for by my torpedoes hitting home against that St. Louis. So I get my first kill with 5 torpedo hits. Oh, and there's the other enemy Tachibana pushed around the south, while myself and the Tachibana both went north. But nice easy kill there. It was already on very low health. And the Tachibana number 2 has been spotted through the smoke screen, or smoke screens really. Oh, the Tachibana fired torpedoes at me, and I got really lucky there. I can't really claim any credit for that dodge. Does also manage to land 2 shots on the remaining enemy Tachibana now. But suddenly this has turned really in our favour. There's myself and allied Tachibana, and we're against an enemy Storozhevoi, which is on very low hit points, and a Tachibana, which is also on very low hit points. So I decided to come around the south side of this island and put pressure on sea again. And there's the Storozhevoi heading towards my allied Tachibana. But hopefully I can get around the island to engage it. I've been spotted, so the Tachibana must be, well, right where those shells are coming from. So I'm very low hit points. And send the broadside out, take out its engine. Don't get any more hits though. Keep missing. One more shot should do it, or one more hit should do it really. And of course we miss. There we go. Kill number 3. And so I'm guessing that Storozhevoi is dead, or at least we can't see it anymore. And yeah, it's dead. Oops, Tachibana fired torpedoes at me, but they had no hope of hitting. There's only 2 enemy ships remaining, so that game turned around quite quickly. Well, it was already fairly even in terms of kills, but us taking out those 4 enemy ships there really kind of put the nail in the enemy's coffin. So we've captured C. Unfortunately, both the enemy ships are on the other side of the map. The Storozhevoi is pretty fast for a tier 2 ship, going 35 knots right now, or 35.1 actually. In 30 seconds I'll be able to use my speed boost, which will increase that pretty significantly. But it's still going to take a while for me to get down to, well, basically the other side of the map. And yes, that is an allied St. Louis heading in the completely opposite direction to where it should be. There's no need to go to sea anymore because, well, we've captured it, and there's only 2 enemy ships left. We can both see they are in the western half of the map, so there's no need to go east. But who am I to criticise my teammates and their strategies? And actually, allied ship has snuck around behind the enemies and managed to capture A, and we've just spotted the enemy St. Louis. And it's got a fair few hit points left, which means there's a decent chance that we'll actually get there in time to do some damage. Oh, I'm sorry, it was actually 2 enemy ships that snuck into the A capture point around the back. So, good play with them. And we've... oh, the second enemy ship also got oh, no, it spoke too soon. It looked for a second like it had lots of hit points, but clearly it doesn't, and we might not get an opportunity to shoot at that South Carolina. I'm going to angle my ship to present my broadside anyway, just make sure I'm not going to collide with that Tachibana. I should have also mentioned I've put my speed boost on, which gives you a fair, I think it knocks up to about 38 knots ish. Let's see where it goes up to. 37.6 knots. 37.7 seems to be the top speed, which is a pretty significant boost, and that's actually pretty fast at any tier, to be honest. We're within range of the South Carolina. It's only got a few hit points left, but see what damage we can do. And those allied torpedoes there missed. My shots also missed because I forgot how slow the South Carolina is. It's a very slow ship, of course, so you don't want to give it too much lead. Get a couple of hits, but the belt armor is sufficient to keep my shells out. Get a lucky hit on the stern, does 400 damage, and I start a fire. I don't get the kill though, my ally finishes it off. But now this St. Louis is the last enemy ship left. And basically I'm just going to fire away with my guns here. I could close in to try and use torpedoes, but to be honest, the St. Louis probably won't last that long, so I'd rather just use my guns, get what damage I can. Started another fire, and in this situation you really don't want to have your ship burning. And it's pretty obvious the St. Louis can't put it out, but Allied destroyers coming close and finishes off with torpedoes. So, all a good game. 57 main caliber hits, 5 torpedo hits, 2 base captures and 3 enemy kills. Top of my team with 1900 base experience, and add that all up, just under 50,000 damage, which is pretty impressive for a tier 2 game, especially when you consider that basically I didn't fight battleships at all in that game. I was fighting destroyers and a single St. Louis for the vast majority of the game, and showed up at the end just to do a little bit of damage to maybe 700 damage to a St. Louis, and possibly a few thousand to that second St. Louis at the end there, and a few hundred damage, maybe 700 to the enemy South Carolina. So I managed to do 50,000 damage against ships that don't actually have a huge hit point pool. And that's kind of why I like the Storozhevoi. It's just very powerful at those skirmishing engagements where the enemy is slowly pushing you back and you're just harassing them, or you're slowly pushing the enemy back while just harassing them and keeping that fire up, causing fires, knocking out modules. I mean, that poor Storozhevoi that I was shooting at, where I took out its engine 3 times? Yeah, I took out its engine, set it on fire, repaired it, took out its engine again, then it repaired that after I set it on fire, and then I immediately took its engine out again. So that Storozhevoi just had no hope. I mean, it did have a hope. It was in the same ship as me. It could have done exactly what I did to it, to me, but I was just a bit better at aiming and avoiding fire, I suppose. So things went my way. But anyway, Storozhevoi, great ship, great fun. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time.